could you guys tell me your names?
My name is Brant Duell, and this is my wife, Wendy Duell.
And you are?
I'm here from RWDSU, Local 220, Williamson, New York. Been on strike for 107 days now. We're holding in strong. It's been a tough struggle, but we will overcome this.
What are the latest developments? I understand you had a vote recently?
We had a vote Tuesday on the first time that the company has spoken to us since we went on strike May 23rd. The contract wasn't really what we were looking for. It's, you know, they made some changes to their best and final offer, but there's still a lot of internal literature in the contract that needs to be changed before we are ready to vote yes and go back.
How's your support been from labor around the country in New York State?
The support around the country has been great. The New York State support has been amazing. We've had support from all over New York State, and actually we've had it from all over the country, but you know, New York State especially, everybody has stepped up to the plate. We've had everyone out there helping us walk the line. We've had several big rallies, and we've had amazing support. No complaints at all.
Now, another thing is, right now is harvest season for apples, right? How is that it? Bringing any added pressure on the company?
Yeah, it's definitely bringing added pressure to the company. Within the next week, you know, the harvest season, it's already started, but within the next week, you know, the growers will, you know, be bringing load after load in. And that's around the clock.
And what about the growers? Have you had to get any support from them at all?
The growers are kind of in a tough position. They're definitely on the fence. You know, some of them definitely know what we're doing, but at the same time, they don't want to speak out against the company because they'll hold it against the growers, and there'll be retribution.
Right, right. One issue that often affects strikes is the spousal situation. Could you talk about how that's going with spouses? I mean, there's sometimes a lot of pressure comes on the working spouse in a situation like this because of the situation at home. How's that been going?
I totally give him 100% full support. You got to stand up, and you got to take it, and you got to walk it, and just...
How about other members? How's that been? Is there anything?
I think for the most part, you know, that's been one of my biggest comments since day one, is you definitely have to have support at home. If you don't have the support at home, it's hard to do your time on the line with everything you have to deal with there if you're not getting support at home. And I have absolutely no complaints at all. Wendy has been 100% supportive since day one. You know, she's been out there, my children have been out there, my grandson has been out there, you know, family, friends. We've had a lot of family support, and it definitely makes it much, much easier. I can't even imagine going through it without the support at home.
Has the local done any activities for spouses? I mean, anything organized?
Yeah, we had like a family day, you know, where they rented actually the same kind of, the jump houses, and, you know,
we did a
cookout and, you know, a snow cone machine for the kids, and so there has been family-oriented activities also, yes.
And do you feel the spouses are being kept informed by the local? Do you feel like you've been pretty much up to date? I mean,
yeah,
one way or the other?
Yeah, pretty much, definitely.
Yeah, she knows that as much as I know, she knows. So.
Right. And finally, would you have anything to say to labor in the Capital District about what you would like to see from us?
The same support we've been getting from everyone has been tremendous, and we really appreciate it because, you know, support from outside of the area is just as important as support we have in the local community.
It's what we need. We all need to stick together.
Yeah. Labor has taken a job. Scabs are in the plant, running the plant in Williamson, New York. We've got a strike fund for them up front here. If you come by, you know, contribute to the strike fund. But I want you all to meet Brant Duell. He's going to describe what it's like to be on strike in America and have a scab take your job. Let's listen up to Brant Duell, everybody.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful day out. I'm glad everybody can make it out here. I won't start out with a stale summary of what Labor Day means as we in Mott feel we are living in.
While Labor Day celebrates labor's contribution, it's the self-respect and compassion we're trying to keep. Today I want to talk about intimidation, fear, and lack of respect. Management at Mott and other facilities use a program designed to cause stress and create insecurity among workers. Praise is so rare, it's a shock to hear of any of it. While pushing us to ever-increasing responsibilities and efforts, a culture of fault-finding is strongly applied. We call it 0 to 0. Any employee who takes on responsibilities and duties after going beyond the call of duty finds himself written up for little or no reason. Commit one minor offense, or even be near a machine when it breaks down and fault-finding and intimidation begins. The goal is to maintain fear, paranoia, poor self-worth, and lack of confidence. Maintaining these powerful negative emotions leads to one obvious conclusion, and that is you've lost some of the basic building blocks to resist oppression. It's hard to keep a strong, organized union when the workers are programmed to flinch every time the voice of management rumbles. If you let them take your confidence, you won't stay organized for as long as many union members are trying to deal with the constant fear of failure, especially in dealing with management. The lower your self-worth, the easier it is for management to keep you accept the level of compensation to match that self-worth. So here at Mott and sweatshops nationwide, it's important for management to maintain a demeaning, condescending, and fearful environment. There's another benefit of maintaining this atmosphere. Such a program as that helps to condition the manager to view the labor as dull, lazy, and perhaps even subhuman. Certainly not someone worthy of a decent living wage and benefits. And if the manager feels morally superior, he feels less guilt as how he handles the workers. During negotiation at Mott, our negotiating board was told we were overpaid, and the new contract was intended to remedy that problem. In an unguarded moment, a company negotiator pointed out that the labor pay and compensation was dropping, and like any company, it wanted to get its money's worth. He said, it's like investing in soybeans and oil. If you get it cheaper, why wouldn't you? In the same statement, he showed how management is trained to view the humanity of laborers and admitted that the corporate goal is stripping middle-class America of a reasonable living wage. I offer this as a way Mott symbolizes our local watershed movement, a prime example of a highly profitable corporation using intimidation, fear, and disrespect as a tool to rob and destroy middle-class America. To quote Warren Buffett, there's a class warfare, all right, and it's my class, the rich class, that's making the war, and we're winning. In the last few years, billionaires Bill Gates and Warren Buffett have together donated tens of billions of dollars in causes of conversion nations. Very good for those nations, but not for us. In a short-sightedness and ignorance typical of the ultra-wealthy, they failed to see the blood money has stripped from our working class from industries that can ill afford to retool and reinvest in America's future. It's a race to the bottom. Corporations sell off assets, lay off workers, and double workloads. Author Steve Greenhouse notes that between 1979 and 2007, real hourly earnings of private sector workers, who are 80% of America's workforce, rose only 1%. Productivity of those same workers rose 60%. If wages kept pace with productivity, they would be making $58,000 on average instead of the $36,000 they make. CEOs, by contrast, in 1978 earned 35 times the average worker's salary. By 2007, they were grabbing 344 times the average worker's pay. Our parent corporation earned $555 million. Our CEO doubled his pay in 2 years to $6.5 million. If just that one manager had given up half his rate, we could have kept our benefits and wages intact. Our struggle is not over. We need your support. We need to keep asking corporate America why all the intimidation, fear, and disrespect. Thank you.